White text reads Almeida Theatre, Name, Place, Animal, Thing by Annie Zaidi, directed by Atri Banerjee, as part of 6 artists in search of a play. Name, Place, Animal, Thing explores the complexities of class, caste and gender within the contemporary Indian home and is read by a cast of 8 actors, 4 women and 4 men, who are all of Indian heritage with brown skin. In alphabetical order they are Azan Ahmed, who's in his mid-20s with short dark wavy hair, who plays Kapdu, a cloth seller. Anushka Chakravarti is in her early 20s with shoulder-length dark hair. During the performance, she reads the script's stage directions, occasionally putting down her script to become Manali, the Maliks' daughter, as a silent and unseen presence who eavesdrops on the unfolding action. Amajit Deyu is in his early 60s with greying hair and beard. He plays a neighbour called Mr. Sharma and a character called Bachua. Ambreen Razia is in her 30s with long dark hair. She plays Mrs. Rizvi, who's also referred to as Rahana. Saroja-Lily Ratnaval is in her mid-20s. Her long dark hair is tied back in a ponytail. She plays Nancy, the servant who the story is centred around. Zubin Vala is in his early 50s with short dark hair at the sides and a bald pate and short beard. He plays Mr. Malik, the head of the household that Nancy works in. Rajavan Vasan is in his late 20s with short dark hair and plays Kunal, a rubbish collector. Nina Wadia is in her early 50s with shoulder-length dark hair. She plays Mrs. Malik, who is also referred to as Shalu. All the actors wear their own casual clothing and have their scripts in hand in black folders. The Almeida's auditorium creates a simple backdrop for this rehearsed reading. The bare brick of the theatre's curved back wall is lit in soft tones. The floor nearest the audience is a patchwork of bare wooden panels. At the back of the space, following the curve in the back wall, are 2 tiered sections, each just a step higher than the other and a couple of metres wide. 4 chairs are set out on each of the tiered levels, with a gap of a metre or so in between. At the front of the space are 4 stands that the actors use for their scripts when they step forward to take part in scenes. Lights brighten on stage as Anushka Chakravarti stands in front of a chair on the left.
Name, place, animal, thing.
The other 7 actors arrive through a door in the left of the back wall and stand by their chairs. The men across the back, the women in front. All sit. They open their script folders.
Act 1. Scene 1.
Lights brighten.
The stage is set like the inside of a typical upper-middle-class apartment. We see only the drawing dining space. There are sofas, television, glass-top table, a dining table. The dining table is laid for 2 with some serving bowls on it. The doorbell rings. It rings twice before there's any response. Mrs. Malik, Shalu, stomps onto the stage.
Nina Wadia.
Everything is on my head now. Should I cook or should I wash or should I stand at the door? Open, close, open, close.
Saroja-Lily Ratnaval steps forward as Nancy. Shalu glares at her.
Mr. Malik enters.
Zubin Vala as Mr. Malik.
I thought you would not.
Forget it.
I thought I might be beaten.
When have I ever beaten you?
Never. That's why I thought this time I have had it, I was sure.
Go in.
No shame. No shame at all. First she goes off without a word, now she stands there like a Maharani, just standing. What do you expect, Maharani Sahiba? Should I bring a garland? Should I do an arti to welcome you before you will condescend to lift your lotus feet?
Be careful with your tongue, Mrs. Malik. She is grown up now. She has learnt to use her tongue too. You remember how she fought with you last time? Our dignity is in our own hands. I have always said that.
Where did you find her? Oh, Lord. Don't tell me it was it somewhere? Oh, no, not a...
I found her downstairs. She was afraid to come up here. She was standing outside the building at the main gate, holding that bag. She saw me, I saw her. I think she was waiting for me to decide what to do with her.
So what have you decided?
You brought her into this household. You decide. I have very little to do with her. Maybe you should think of an alternative.
Alternative? Have I found an alternative all these days? Huh? Mr. Malik, I brought her up. She knows me, this household, she knows our ways. How can I find an alternative? A girl is not substituted so easily if you bring her up like your own. A girl is not a thing, Mr. Malik. You don't just go out and buy a better model. If it was so easy, why don't you find me an alternative? You just say you decide and walk off easy. Can you decide?
I am going to change.
Yes, go. Your kurta pajamas on the bed.
He returns to his seat.
What am I going to do with her? Such a dodo, all my fault. Gave her everything, whatever she wanted. Look at her now, just look at her.
Auntie,
no matter what you do.
I'm sorry.
I am not talking to you. If Mr. Malik had not... I would not let you set foot in the house again. No! Don't talk to me.
Should I make the fulkas?
Do what you like.
Nancy goes back into the kitchen. Malik comes back, dressed in a kurta pajama. He sits at the head of the dining table.
Has anyone ever asked me anything? As if it matters. Should I make the fulkas? As if I will tell her no.
Shalu.
Nancy comes out with a hot fulka and slides it into Mr. Malik's plate.
Mrs. Malik.
Shalu gets up, stomps towards the dining table, sits down.
Now she understands what it is like to be out on her own. Let us see how she behaves now.
Back with
Start.
her bag and everything. This marriage is over then?
Nancy brings more fulkas. She serves both.
Eat now, eat. These things happen. Amongst these people, it is common. And it is not actually our problem. She is an adult, like she kept reminding us before.
Shall I bring the rice? Oh, one more fulka. Uncle?
We don't eat rice in the evenings now. It is not good for health.
Go. Make your fulkas. No, wait. Listen. There is some rice left over from lunch. You can finish it if you like.
And no rice in the evenings from now on.
Shalu and Mr. Malik sit. Nancy remains standing. She sighs and stares out.
Scene 2. Nancy sits on the floor of the living room. The doorbell rings. Nancy rushes to the door. Mrs. Rizwi, Rehana, bustles in and makes herself comfortable on the sofa.
Ambreen Razia as Rahana.
Are Nancy. But I always said she will be back. I told Shalu, wait and see. Within 2 days, she will be back. There are dogs out there. Wolves. I knew you would not last one day. This city is a jungle for young women. But you needed to see for yourself, no? It is not enough when other people are telling you. You only have to suffer. You think you know the whole world because you took one exam?
Nancy quickly sits.
Oh, what a girl. Runs off when I'm still talking to her. But their type. No matter what you teach them. Oh, hello.
Arey Rahana, after so long, I thought you'd gone off somewhere.
Aye, where would I go? I'm stuck here. Then I was thinking, with Nancy gone, you must be having so much housework. You must be so busy. Oh, sorry, I did not disturb you. It is so tough without a girl these days.
So much heat in the kitchen, Rahana. I cannot take it. I just cannot take it. And none of the new girls lasted more than a day. I tried 3 new girls. All of them useless. Their noses are so high they could clean the cobwebs on the ceiling.
Chalo, now you can relax. Nancy is back?
For now.
Why? Is she leaving again? And where's that fellow?
I don't know. I'm not talking to her. But I have to say, she looks like she's really sorry. I feel so sorry for her. She just keeps sitting here at my feet, looking at me like a dumb animal. And she does everything so well. You know, Rahana, I don't even have to call out. Even before I need something, she's standing there with that thing. Such a relief. In spite of all those horrible things she said. Oof. I think of it and my blood pressure starts going up. The things she said to us.
Ah, but how long will you not talk to her? She is living here, no? Come on. You break your silence in front of me. Nancy! Nancy!
Nancy steps in with a tray of cool drinks and 2 glasses, bowls
Oh.
of snacks with little paper serviettes on the side.
Chalo. At least she has not forgotten everything you taught her. Nancy, wait. Sit down.
Shalu turns to her.
So?
What? Left your tongue behind with that filthy dog, what's his name?
What should I say, Auntie?
What should you say? You know what you did, but you don't know what to say. Did that fellow before you disappear? You left quietly at midnight, just like you left this house. How long has it been? 2 months?
18 days.
Aye, aye.
Heard that, Rana? 18 days. 18 days. I told her 100 times, don't do it. I will find you somebody better than him, but she knows better, of course. We are her enemies. We do not wish to see her happy and settled. We just want her to live here, eat leftovers, and be our slave. Can you believe it, Rahana? She actually said all this to me. These were her words.
My God. And this high she was when you brought her. Nancy, do you realize how good this family is? Mr. Malik gave you an education. He paid for your books, pencils, copies, uniform. He let you sit for exams. Who does that for their servants?
Nobody, Auntie. Not for a servant.
No. And still you had to run off. And with who?
That is what hurts the most, Rahana. The boy had been coming to this house for 6 years to collect the garbage. 6 years! If I had the slightest doubt, I would have stopped her in time. But there she was, pretending to give him the garbage every morning. What all she was giving him, God only knows. Makes my blood burn. I would have skinned her alive. If Mr. Malik had not interfered, I would have broken her legs there and then. But Mr. Malik said, no, she's not our own daughter. He said, let her go out and see what we've been protecting her from all these years.
Aye, but a girl is a girl. And this one should have shown some brains. Nancy, what was the point of educating you if this is the result?
Auntie, I didn't do anything wrong. I told Uncle before.
What did you tell? That you were having an affair with the sweeper?
Such a fool. And I am such a fool for not seeing it coming. Go now. Don't sit here and show me your big fat tears.
Nancy stomps back to her seat.
Did she really tell your mister? You said she ran off in the middle of the night.
Rubbish. She told Mr. Malik that she doesn't want to do housework. The day she got her 12th grade result, that same day, walked into the house with her mark sheet, 3rd division pass from open school. Who will give her a job? Nowadays, graduates are sitting at home jobless. I don't know what dreams she had in her head, but that day she came back with a mark sheet and said, I will not be a maidservant any longer.
Then what does she want to do?
I don't know. Maybe she thinks you can become the chief minister or a collector or something just because you pass your 12th exam. I would not be surprised if she wants to become a film star. Maybe she thinks she can enter a beauty contest. Miss Indiana.
So then what did you tell her?
What could I say? I told her okay.
No.
Yes, I said okay. We're not the type of people who will stop her. If there is a chance of progress, let her move ahead. I handed over her remaining 12 days' salary that same day. I told her, go. You're not my slave.
Too much, Shalu. That is how this whole problem started. She went around the market spending money, then she also wanted a different lifestyle. Other ladies in the building noticed. Everybody says Nancy does not look like a maid.
You are probably right. And that sweeper boy? He can see she wears good clothes. Real gold earrings. He can see she wears good clothes. So he starts chasing her, saying sweet, sweet things, promising marriage. I told her, wait. In a year or 2, we will arrange her marriage. Are we heartless and brainless that we will not think about it? But she was in such a hurry. She packed her bag and left in the middle of the night. And now look, she's gone and ruined her own life.
Already what all people used to say, jeans. Ever heard of a maidservant wearing jeans? This is the only one in the whole colony. Maybe in the whole city. And these fancy frilly skirts. If she wears Monali's clothes and she studies Monali's books, she will get ideas. No, you should also think.
I know. But Monali's things are still new, collecting dust. I thought she might as well use them. Otherwise, she'll waste money buying new clothes.
First thing, stop her jean sheens. Tell her not allowed. Anyway, now she is married. Give her your old saris. Or I will bring my shalwars. It is best for her. You have to teach her these things, Shalu. Young girls have to be taught how to behave, how to dress. and keep her on a tight leash. First thing, cut her salary for 18 days. For every wrong decision, there is a price to pay.
Rahana, I'm not even thinking of money. This one has probably learnt other things. The things one suffers, it leaves a bad effect on the mind. What all happened when she was outside? How has it changed her? I worry that she, who knows what if she...
She came back, no? That means she has seen enough bus. Talk to her firmly. Let me show you. Nancy!
No, shh! Let it be. Don't. She's not easy to manage, Rahana. I don't want her to run away again. This one has a strange spirit. Always difficult to control. Once, she was around 12 years old, I think. She wanted to go to a proper school. She wanted to go to Monali's school. Actually, I said no. She began to insist, didn't do anything properly. Left soap on the plates. Burnt the rice. I told her, okay, you go back to your village. That night, she sat in the kitchen and cried and cried. Then she started stuffing her mouth with chilies, red chili powder. I never told anyone. Not even Mr. Malik. Monali found her in the kitchen. She was shaking, red eyes, red face. But she didn't cry loudly. Monali called me. I made her throw up. I made her drink so much water. Half the night she only drank water. Went to the toilet. It was no use explaining why she wasn't going to the same school as Monali. She just couldn't understand.
Then?
We reached a compromise. I bought her a school uniform and a bag, same type as Monali. But she went to the government school. She used to do all the homework wearing that uniform. We used to feel so odd, especially when relatives came to visit. Sometimes they would mistake her for Monali. They said, "You have such a responsible daughter. Shalu, see how she is serving the guests." And Nancy was always as tall as Monali, even though there was a 3-year difference. Oh, and that uniform. How she kept it. Ironed crisp, each pleat perfectly in place. Shirt so white, starched collar. She stopped fitting into it. But even now, she has it somewhere. Doesn't want to throw it. It is like some mad dream she's clinging to. Sometimes I worry that she might lose her mind if I take it away.
The school uniform?
The uniform. Maybe that too. She's not easy to manage.
You don't look well, Shalu. You need someone to take care of you. How I wish Monali was here. Why don't you call her husband? He has family, no?
As if he will come. These modern girls, Rehana, you say one little thing and that's it.
Shalu, don't cry.
Yes, I know. Mr. Malik doesn't like to see me crying. He suffers too. Of course, he must be suffering, but he hasn't forgiven her.
Oh, for a father, it is a very big thing.
1 full year, but still, his temper has not cooled down.
Give it a little more time.
And then this Nancy gives me one more slap on my face, running away, Rahana. This girl just wants to copy Monali. I am worried.
Nothing of the sort. These girls are made of tougher material. They are like our girls. Look at Nancy. She has a buffalo's hide.
At night she talks, alone.
Then give her so much work to do that she is too tired to talk. She will fall asleep straight away. Okay, Shalu, I have to go. It is time for Mr. Rizvi to return, and he wants his tea and biscuits on the table as soon as he rings the bell. But I'll bring some old shalvars. You tell Nancy, be firm.
She goes out. Shalu sits down for a while, indecisive, then goes inside.
Shalu sits. Nancy steps forward as moonlight fills the space.
Scene 3. It is night. Nancy rolls out a mat and sits in it. She is in a salwar kameez now. Nancy opens out her hair and combs it. The combing is a bit of a punishing task. She talks to herself as she combs her hair and does it up in 2 loose plaits.
I thought, why not? Always that question. Why not me? Oh, I was such a donkey. Do you remember? Name, place, animal, thing? But we had to play it your way. Somebody we both knew. Describe. If they were an animal, what kind of animal? What kind of thing? And you said I would be a donkey. Then one time you said I was a Nancy. A Nancy animal, don't you know? Just look in the mirror, that's what a Nancy animal looks like. I got angry and I said, you are a Manali animal. And you laughed and said, thank you. I was so angry. I did try, Monady, I tried, but we were just fighting. All the time, fighting. On the wedding night, it started. How to take a bath, where to sleep, how to sleep. Fighting on the road like stray dogs, every day for 18 days. He kept saying, go and ask. Go and ask those people if they will let me live in the house. How could I? Monady, do you know? I have a new name. It sounds like the name of a girl with long, straight hair who visits a lot of temples. Like the girls in TV serials. Kunal said he couldn't marry a girl called Nancy. Just think of Kunal. Sounds like the name of an engineer or some film star's son. Why should a sweeper be called Kunal? He's not even fifth pass. But still, he wanted me to change my name before the wedding. You wait and see. If I find a good job tomorrow, he will come wagging his tail and he will change his name. Oh, Monady, if I get a job in a shop... But how? Auntie will not let me wear jeans. And if I go like this, who will give me a job? All the shop girls on Andrews Road wear jeans. They have smart hair up to here, and they...
A light comes on. Malik shuffles into the room. He sits down on the sofa.
I am sick of it. I can hear you, all this talking at night. You know the rules of this house.
Yes, Uncle.
I am willing to forget some things.
He rubs his eyes.
You must also learn to forget some things. Go to sleep, Nancy.
Uncle, not Nancy. Sanskara.
What?
Sanskara. My name.
Nancy,
Girls change their names after marriage. Rahana Auntie changed her name. She was Guncha before, but her husband named her Rahana.
This is ridiculous. From Pooja to Nancy and now this. There is a limit.
That was different. My family became Christian, so I got a new name.
Who asked you to become Christian? You were in a good house. We were teaching you everything. You were even doing puja here. Didn't Mrs. Malik teach you? But still you wanted to become Nancy.
I was becoming Christian, so why not get a new name?
All right. Why not? We don't have a problem with you being Christian or with the name. So then what is the need for a new name now?
Now I am married. Kunal gave me a new name.
You don't live with him.
I didn't have an option.
So? I warned you. I said we will get you married properly, but if you let just any man take you and expect to live here, no respectable family allows it. Where have you seen it happen? Even daughters are not allowed to do such things.
I know, Monady was...
Nancy! This is the last time I am telling you, Nancy.
Sanskara.
Okay. Not that it matters. A name doesn't change a person. But if that is what you want, do you still? This marriage, is it... What I'm asking is, will you go on seeing him? That sweeper? Because what you do, where you go during your free time, I don't want to know. But I don't want him coming here. Is that clear? You can stay, but you cannot bring others into the house. You understand? Good. Good night, Nancy.
He goes back to his chair. She watches him go, then turns to us. She goes back to her seat.
Scene 4. Shalu is arranging cushions on her sofa.
Lights brighten.
The doorbell rings. She answers the door a crack. shuts the door. The doorbell rings again.
What is it? I already said I don't want anything.
BBG, take a look. It's such beautiful cloth. You will not get it anywhere in the market. If you don't like it, I swear, I will put 101 rupees at your doorstep and never come back. Doesn't cost a look, BBG.
Shalu opens the door. Kapru enters with a big bundle of clothes. He is dressed in a beautifully embroidered kurta, but with dirty cut-off jeans. He dumps his bundle on the carpet and starts unfolding lengths of beautiful fabric.
Azan Ahmed.
BBG. Look. The things I will show you. Look. Can I get a glass of water?
Nancy, a glass of water.
This cloth comes from all over the country, even outside the country. Look, this, Dhaka muslin from Dhaka. You will not get this quality even in handicraft shops. It's not for everybody, BBG. But this cloth, so fine, you need personality to wear it. Touch it. Touch. Look, I'm showing it to you because I know who's worth what. I don't even show it to most people. Can I get a glass of water, BBG?
Nancy, water. Where has this girl disappeared?
And look, this pink one, full sari, 6 yards. Why don't you hold it up? Is there a mirror? You should look at it in a mirror. It makes your face blossom, this pink. It's made to bring a blush to skin like yours.
Nancy! Sanskara!
Nancy appears with a glass of water, as if she was just waiting behind the curtain. Shalu picks up the fabric and bustles away into an inner room.
Shalu steps back.
Thank you, G. Sanskara.
Yes.
Thank you. And who's this Nancy? Did she work here before you?
Somebody who worked here.
And you are Sanskara. Such a beautiful name. Do you like this?
It's nice.
It's not so expensive. I'll give it to you for 200. You can afford that much, can't you?
No.
I go 180 for you. That's the best sort of deal. Okay, bargain from here all the way to Kolkata, and you will not find a deal like this.
No.
Okay, 160. It means I don't make a single rupee. I'll make a loss. But for you?
You are such a fool. Do you think the mistress of this house will buy anything from you if a maidservant buys something from the same bundle? These people don't even like to shop in the same street as us.
Shalu returns, clutching the cloth as if she already owns
Nancy
it.
goes.
BBG?
It's all right.
Okay, BBG. If it's anything less than divine, I will eat my tongue. Okay? You look like a Devi with this on your... I mean, just like Saraswati.
How much are you giving it for?
I would give it free, BBG. It's made for you, but a man must eat. You know, there are children to think of. 800, BBG.
Do you think I am some Tata Birla's wife?
Real Dhaka muslin, exclusive piece. If a piece like this turns up anywhere in the market, come and tell me. I'll eat my ears. 800's nothing for you.
600. Last. I do not like arguing just for nothing.
BBG, my children will starve. You like it so much? What can I say? 7. Okay, in the market, if you find this sari for even 2,000, I'll eat my fingers.
6, otherwise you take it away and go.
BBG, I also have to eat. 650. Come, 650, take it. And see, look, this one as well. Pure silk. Brown. Chocolatey color. It will go with your eyes. BBG, if your husband does not notice this one, I will eat my hair.
Eat my ears, eat my hair. What sort of talk is this?
I've eaten nothing since yesterday, BBG. But this is life. What can I say? Look, if I don't sell, what will I eat? Go on, take it, and look at it in the mirror. See, we're used to hunger, BBG. Water keeps us alive.
Nancy! Oh my God, Sanskara! Sanskara, see if there's a bit of chakli or tea kept inside. Give him a cup of tea also.
Shalu picks up the brown cloth and a few other fabrics and goes inside. Kapru stands up and takes in the room. He steals a small statuette that is kept on a side table. Nancy walks in. She sees him put the statuette away in his bundle.
Sanskara.
Should be making a lot of noise now.
But you will not, will you?
I could.
Of course you could. All of us can do anything. Question is, will we? So, who gave you a name like Sanskara?
The priest?
The priest, in your village temple.
Why?
No, nothing. Just you don't look like the type who's given names like that.
What type is that?
Not your type. But not my type either. You look... Wait, let me see. Let me look at you properly.
He goes close, lifts her chin with his finger, then uses it to trace down her cheek.
Yeah, you look tribal. Yeah, like you come from some place like Jumri Talaya. Have you? See, you look like your parents didn't have enough money to feed you, so they sent you to here to be a slave. They must have called you something like Rampiari or Rajo or Mahua.
I see. And what about you? What did your parents call you?
Rajkumar. Rajkumar. Yeah, well, I didn't think of that. Actually, yeah, why not? I suppose you two could get a name like Sanskara. Right? If I can be Rajkumar, you can be Sanskara. No, but everyone calls me Kapru. They used to say, Kaprawala, Kaprawala. So I started calling myself Kapru. Remember that? You know, if you ever decide to start making noise about who's stealing things, you'll need to remember my name. Will you? Remember me.
Shalu enters. She looks at the two of them standing in front of each other. Nancy exits.
Kapru also steps back to his seat.
Scene 5. Malik comes into the house dressed in formal clothes.
Nancy! Nancy, a cup of tea.
Shalu also steps out wearing the chocolate brown sari she bought from Kapru.
Hey, when did you come? And what is this, Mr. Malik? This tea looks horrible. Did you make it?
New sari? It sets off the colour of your eyes.
You could have asked me if Nancy wasn't there. I can make a cup of tea at least.
Well, you were never much good in the kitchen, Shalu. We were always struggling with one servant or another. Until Nancy came, how much you suffered. And I suffered too each time you went into the kitchen.
Oh, you. I wasn't so bad, Mr. Malik. But Nancy cooks better, even when she was 10 years old. She was Pooja then, remember?
Pooja. We gave her that name.
Whatever we could give her, we gave. And she picked up fast. Learned to make perfect chapatis. Learned to read when she was 13. Even Monali.
Anushka as Monali puts down her script and stands unseen between them.
Do you remember how she defeated Monali in crossword puzzle?
I don't remember anything.
Mr. Malik, it is not right to cut her out of our lives like this. At least we can talk about her childhood.
Why? Why talk of someone who only brought us pain? I do not think about her.
It has been a year now. I thought we could...
No.
Please. Just a small ceremony, only family. Please, Mr. Malik.
If you want to do something, do it when I am not here. Don't drag me into it.
He turns away.
If you are not there, then what is the use? It is an important function, and how will I manage all alone?
There's Nancy. Sanskara. Maybe she will even do all the rites and rituals. You won't need to call a priest. Sanskara.
Our child deserves to have her father present. You owe her that much.
He comes back.
I disowned her the day she ran away with that. I have no obligations anymore.
Only brought pain. Pain is all she brought, he says. Does he not remember anything else?
Mrs. Malik, where is my kurta pajama? Mrs. Malik?
I thought I kept it out. I'll see I'm coming.
She goes. Nancy gets up. Monali stands a few meters behind her as she walks forward into the evening light.
Did you ever bring him here? My school ended at 4. Auntie also went to the ladies' club. You could have brought her here. But if Uncle found out, he would have killed you. Monady, I wish I had a room. Just a small room, just to sleep in, to keep my things. Monady, remember that time we were playing Name Place? And when we came to place, you said Nancy would be a slum. I'd never seen a slum. I didn't know whether to feel good or bad. I don't like sleeping under the stars, Monady. I used to lie awake and wonder why God made stars. When he made the night dark, then why make stars? Why make the moon? 17 nights I couldn't sleep properly. I only slept well on a moonless night. Kunal and I had a fight about it. He said, "See, I have brought the stars into your eyes." I wanted to beat him up. I said, "Keep your stars, I want a roof." Anyone can get plastic. I said, "At least make me a plastic roof." Do you know what he said? He said, "I did not marry you to hear your bitch tongue wag all night." Rahana Auntie was right, there are dogs out there. Where we slept, there were dogs. Once, a dog slept near me. There was such a wind that night, like a storm was coming. The dog curled up here near my stomach. I was afraid, but the dog was also afraid, so I brought him closer. I know it sounds bad, but Monady, it wasn't so bad. People sleep with dogs. Big people, so what if I did? But Kunal saw and he kicked the dog. I felt it. I felt the echo of that kick here near my stomach. The dog began to whine, but instead of running away, it just pressed even closer to me. Later, Kunal told me I would turn into a real bitch soon. I would get fleas and diseases. And he laughed, and he kept laughing, and so I bit him.
Manali sits.
Here and here, near his ankle. I told him, "I'll show you what a real bitch is."
I have come.
Kunal steps inside. He is clearly drunk.
Raj van Versan.
What are you doing? You cannot come in.
You are my wife. I've come home to my wife.
If Uncle wakes up, he will bash your head in.
Your uncle?
Shh! Kunal, why are you trying to ruin my life?
I ruin your life? I married you, stupid girl. I gave you a name. My name. I gave you a new name, a beautiful name. Who are these people? I'm your family.
You are the sweeper who collects garbage from this house. I am the servant here.
We took 7 rounds of the holy fire.
Damn your 7 rounds. Damn your holy fire.
Don't say anything about the holy fire. I've come here for you. Only you.
Kunal, please, I can't let you come in.
When you take 7 rounds, you can't just walk off. No. No, come. Nancy.
I will call out for Uncle.
Okay. Call him. I will say, "Uncle, this is my wife. 7 rounds of the holy fire." He'll send you off. Then? If Uncle says go with him, well, what will you do?
I will bash your head in. I swear I will kill you.
You will kill me?
Yes.
You will not come with me?
No.
I will make sure you are thrown out of this house. Just like they're garbage. You'll be sitting there, waiting for me. 2 days. You wait and see.
I will see when you show me. Go. Go, do what you can do. Go.
You will see. I'll show you.
Nancy pushes him out and shuts the door.
He goes back to his seat.
Scene 7. Nancy is sweeping the house. The doorbell rings. She answers. Rehana enters.
Evening light changes to day.
Shalu! This girl. What have you gone and done now? Because of you, the whole place is stinking. All because one stupid girl cannot control herself. Shalu! What's the matter? The matter? Go outside and take in the smell. Go.
Shalu leans forward, lifts her nose.
Oh, the sweeper's not come today? Not yesterday either. The garbage has been lying there all day and it looks like it will lie there only. The whole building is going to be infested.
Already there are flies hovering over the dustbins. And today I saw a rat. A rat! I swear, Shalu, this girl of yours will bring a plague on us at least. Leptospirosis.
Ah, wait, calm down. What happened? Sweeper's not coming, is it? Why?
Nancy sits.
Nancy! Oh, there is no end to this girl's drama. Do you know the latest?
What?
She has converted again. That Kunal, he insisted. So she went through some Shuddhi ceremony before the wedding. Now she is Sanskara.
Couldn't find a more fitting name.
She has stopped answering to Nancy. Insists we should call her Sanskara.
What nonsense is this? Is Faith a toy that she can just throw whenever she likes? I'll talk to her. Nancy! Come here. Where has that stupid girl gone?
Sanskara!
Nancy comes running in with a tray of tea and snacks. The older women stare at her as she sets the tea things down on the side table. Picks up the broom and continues sweeping the room.
Nancy, what is this I am hearing? Now God is also your enemy?
No, Auntie. I just did the Shuddhi. It's like returning to your roots, Kunal said.
Your roots? You fool. Then what was wrong with your old name, Pooja? Not good enough for you?
My husband gave me a new name.
Your husband? Ah, because your husband loves you so much, the whole building is at risk of a plague. Tell that husband of yours to come here and do his job.
Nancy carries on sweeping.
What should we do?
Throw her out. What else? In 24 hours, she will come to her senses. Nancy, enough!
My husband wanted to give me many things, but he had nothing. No house, no kitchen, no bed. So he gave me a new name. He gave me new meaning. He made me feel like I also meant something.
If he means so much, why don't you go and live with him? Husband gave me a new name. 18 days and the marriage is over. But she wants to keep the fancy name, Shalu. If you have left the man, why do you keep the name?
The name means something to me.
What does it mean?
What I could be. What my own family would have wanted me to be.
You think so? Do you even know what you were meant to be? Do you remember what your parents called you when you first came to this house?
I remember.
The name doesn't mean anything to you now. Tell Rahana, auntie. Why? Ashamed of the name that your parents gave you?
Kalua. They called me Kalua. You're right, Auntie. I'm not Sanskara. Why should I keep the name? I left Kunal. I should leave this name. From now on, call me Kalua. You too, Rahana, Auntie.
Has the girl lost her mind?
Sanskara does not suit me. Foolish name, foolish dreams. I thought I could... But you know what? You are right, Auntie. I will stick with what I have. I will stick with Kalua.
Don't be stupid. Kalua is not a proper name for a young woman.
Whatever it is, it's my name.
Nancy, okay. I will call you Sanskara. Oh. What have I not done for you?
Everything. You've given me everything I have, but I should be allowed to keep one thing that's mine. When I came into this house, I was wearing a frock which you gave. You gave me my first pair of shoes. You cut my hair. My family gave me nothing, but they sent me here with a name. I should keep that at least.
She goes inside the kitchen.
Again, Nancy sits.
This girl is crazy, Shalu. Are you listening? I think this girl has lost her mind.
What will I do?
Find a new maid. I can send in Sia, if you like, but you have to stop this nonsense.
She is so... Maybe she's losing her mind.
Now just let her go. This garbage problem will also get sorted out. How long will that sweeper wait? If he wants to run after her, let him go to her village.
But will she go to the village?
Shalu, I am your friend. I understand. But soon the whole building will be standing on your head. Do something. Soon.
Rahana exits.
Amajit Deu as Mr. Sharma and Mr. Malik join Shalu.
Scene 8. A neighbour, Mr. Sharma, is talking to Mr. and Mrs. Malik. Nancy is hiding behind a curtain, listening.
What you are saying is ridiculous. I'm sorry, it is not possible.
What is the ridiculous, huh? Is this situation? Just imagine, the whole society is being held hostage to the whim of a maidservant. And he's not asking for anything wrong. He married her, He has all the rights.
Look, Mr. Sharma, I don't want to be involved in this.
You don't have to get involved. That is the point. Don't get involved. It is their personal matter. Why should I get involved, huh? Just replace her. I will send my own cook until you find another girl. But please, Mr. Malik, I am requesting you.
Why should we replace the girl? Why not replace that sweeper?
You know when that happens. When these people want their union bazi, they will not let anyone else work in Kunala's place. They're always fighting, to increase the charges from 20 to 30 rupees each house. Now, if this becomes a union issue, our society will really suffer. And why should the whole society have to suffer because of your girl's love affair?
She is not our girl. She is our maid.
Why is it such a big issue then, huh? Already this place is smelling like a municipal dump. We have our health, our children's health to think of. There are hygiene issues.
What if she refuses?
You must do it. We will all talk to her.
You mean you will pressurize her?
Mr. Malik, you understand our point, no? Once you ask the girl to leave, we will see to it that nobody in this colony will give her a job. The master, can be resolved within 24 hours. It is simple.
It's not simple. You're asking us to throw a girl out, put her on the streets.
No, Array, no. She will live with her husband, of course. Why don't you call her?
No.
Nancy!
Let her be.
Sanskara! Sanskara!
She has gone back to her old name.
Has she? Pooja, come here.
Kalua!
Nancy steps into the room, defiant.
Nancy, you must... Look, our society cannot deal with your personal problems, okay? There are 110 families in this entire society. This has to be resolved before the union bazi starts. You have to go back to him. Try and live with him for some time.
Live where?
You are his wife. You live with him, wherever he lives.
Where he lives is not fit for an animal.
That is not our problem. You married him. It is your life. Your problem.
If my problem is not your problem, then your garbage problem is not my problem.
Nancy.
She moves to go.
Kalua, wait.
You don't worry, Uncle. As far as this house is concerned, I am here. I will get up early in the morning and take our garbage to the municipal dump. Other houses should make their own arrangements. Why should I suffer because of their personal problem?
Listen, this girl, you're taking
Enough,
out...
Mr. Sharma. Please, I'm sure that you will find some other way of dealing with this problem.
Shalu gives Mr. Sharma a direct look and he leaves.
Scene 9. Nancy is lying on her mat. A small alarm beeps. She smacks it shut quickly and drags herself upright. She peers outside.
I will go at 5:30. Oh, it's so dark. This is hard, Monady. Are you listening? I stopped getting up early after you left. When you studied for your exams, I also used to get up early to give you company. I asked objective-type questions. I made you coffee. I helped you pass exams. I wish I could help myself too. 3rd division. If I had better marks, well, you think this will happen, that will happen, but nothing happens. So I walk every morning. Good in a way, I won't get fat. Anyway, I can't eat rice these days. Monady, remember when I was small? You sat on a desk and did homework. I swept the floor around your feet. Broom was too big for my hands. I used both hands. Mopping was easier. I could go under the beds. When I grew big, Auntie was in such a bad mood. I tried. I showed her, see, I'm too big. She said, go on your elbows. She said, you eat too much. Maybe. I always ate more than you. I used to think, if I eat a lot and study a lot, I will become like you. Remember that time Uncle caught you reading a novel just before your maths exam? He beat you. He said, "Do you want to become like Nancy?" Uncle never hit me, but I was not at risk of becoming anything. I was already Nancy. All those exams and still here. Kalawa. Get used to it. Don't feel bad. What is there to feel bad about? I was a girl called Kalawa who was sent away for 50 rupees. Then I began to work. Then I got married. You know, Monadi Canal is not so bad. You saw that day, so much drama. But he is also trapped. Wants to be someone else in some other place. He used to paint, you know. Wanted to be an artist. He's also a dreamer. Artist. I dream of working in a shop or an office. He dreams of art. I wonder if he'll be there today. If he says, "I will not let you go," what will I do? And if he's not alone, and if he says all that about holy fire and 7 rounds.
The doorbell rings. Nancy goes to the door. Rehana steps in, glares at her, dumps a large bag at her feet. She walks off without a word. Nancy goes to the kitchen, brings out a bag of garbage. She carries out both bags. Scene 10. Nancy is sitting in the dark, looking out of the window. Shalu steps in and switches on a lamp.
Warm light.
"Oh, do you want something, Auntie? Tea? Ice cream?"
You remember?
It was one of the few beautiful things. You and Monadi going out in the middle of the night for ice cream. Every Saturday night.
I always knew you were awake, only pretending to sleep, but you never said anything. You never got up and said, "I also want to come."
No.
You always wanted everything Monali had. Why didn't you insist?
I thought
That I would say no.
when I first saw you and Monadi going out, I thought you were running away from home.
Running away.
I thought you were running away from Uncle.
Running from Mr. Malik. You are such a funny girl. Why would I run away? I was mistress of this house.
You went out so quietly. You never told Uncle.
That was... Well, you know Mr. Malik. He would never let us go out in the middle of the night. Anyway, it wasn't about ice cream. It was an adventure. Being out in the dark, me and my daughter. The ice cream cart waited for us outside the park every Saturday. That memory is my personal little treasure.
I know.
It must have been very hard for you. You were a little girl. You too must have wanted ice cream.
No, I didn't mind. I used to think I was protecting you and Monadi by staying awake. I used to keep my eyes squeezed shut tightly, hold my breath. I made excuses in my head. I worried what to do if Uncle wakes up. I could say Monadi had a sudden pain in the stomach and you took her to the doctor. Or I could say you went to Rahana Auntie's house, that Insia was sick. I thought you'd be terrified if you returned and he was awake, waiting for you.
Terrified of him? What made you think so?
I don't know. Maybe because you call him Mr. Malik. In my village, no wife is so formal with her husband. Monadi was afraid of him too. We used to play a game, describing people as names, places, animals, things. She used to say, if my father was an animal, he would be a very large snake.
Snake?
Like a python. He could swallow you if he wanted, slowly crushing the breath out of your body. He could also ignore you. But you can never relax with him.
Snake? And me? What did she say I was like?
She said you were a bear. A brown hair, round bear.
Snake. Silly girl. Did he ever wake up while we were gone?
I don't think so.
If only Monna had listened to me. I couldn't understand why she was in such a hurry. Such fierce grief.
Manali gets up.
There would have been a child in a few years. Mr. Malik would have forgiven her.
She stands watching them further back.
If things were bad with her husband, she should have told me. I would have done something. But suddenly she came back, and the way she demanded to be forgiven, demanded it. She knows how Mr. Malik is.
It was her best memory.
What?
When she came back, she told me. She said, I wish Mummy would take me out for ice cream again.
I would have.
She said she wanted Mummy to step out of the house, hold her hand, without worrying about Daddy, with just a purse, a few rupees, a shawl. She said she used to feel very safe on Saturday nights.
Manali sits to listen.
Do you hate me?
No.
You must hate me even more now.
No. Not even when you beat me. Uncle never beat me, but you did. You beat Monady also. I talk to Monady sometimes.
I know. I don't sleep much these days. Mr. Malik is also awake. He says she brought him nothing but pain.
He thinks too much about what others will think.
Have you been meeting Kunal outside?
I see him, we don't talk.
He's in the union. They say we cannot dismiss him.
I know.
I saw you since you were this high. I saw you grow up. I don't want you to feel like you are being forced to do anything.
Do you want to eat some rice, Auntie? I know you don't sleep properly if you don't have rice. I can make it quickly, 10 minutes.
No. I'll go to bed now. You sleep.
Shalu moves to go. She stops.
When Monali returned, did she say something to you?
No.
I wanted to tell her. She should not feel like she has nobody. I'm here. I should have said it. A girl should not be forced to live with a man just because there is no other place to go. But some things are bigger than you. There are other people.
Yes, I understand. Good night, Auntie.
Nancy sits.
Scene 11. Shalu is pacing the room.
How dare she? Rahana, my friend, how dare she? And Nancy didn't say anything. If I had not got up early and seen with my own eyes, what is she trying to show me? Tomorrow I will go and dump my garbage at her door. Let me see what she does. I will never speak to her again. I will...
The bell rings.
Who is it?
BBG, it's me, Kapru.
I don't want anything.
BBG, you will not have seen anything like it anywhere in this country. I have Chinese silk, blouses with brocade from Lahore.
Not today. Go away. I'm in a very bad mood.
All right, BBG. Can I have a glass of water?
Shalu opens the door. Kapru enters.
I told you now, don't.
Don't buy. BBG. What am I saying to buy? Huh? It's just time pass. Such beautiful things. Just looking will put you in a good mood.
Nancy! A son of... Every day I have to remember new names.
Shalu goes as Nancy steps forward.
Kapru makes a grab for a small showpiece. Nancy appears at the door.
Oh, Sanskara.
The old thief is back.
A trader, peddler, remover of small, insignificant objects.
Thief.
You should make a noise then. Shout, scream, chor, chor. Go on.
I don't think I like you.
I think you do. Sanskara. Have you not been well? Your eyes look tired. See, last time they looked like the stars in the night sky in my village. But now they look like a dull, smoky night in the city.
Shalu comes out with a glass of water.
Here, drink this and leave.
The doorbell rings again. Shalu answers. Rahana appears at the door.
Shalu? Hello? I thought, let me see what you were doing.
Just passing time.
Insia said you had someone showing you nice things. Did you like the halwa I sent you?
I have not tasted it.
Arre, why not?
She marches into the kitchen, brings out a bowl and spoon, and feeds a spoonful to Shalu.
Tasty? I always say make anything with love and it'll turn out fine.
Rehana? Rehana, thanks, but I am very upset. I don't like what is going on. And behind my back. Only this morning I was awake and I saw.
What? Oh, forget that. It has nothing to do with us. I just want to teach the girl a lesson. All of us in the building. So we decide what the ladies' club decided, that every day one household will dump their garbage here. Shalu, don't take it personally. She is going there anyway, no? So one extra bag, let her carry it.
She walks 2 kilometers to the dump carrying 2 bags.
She decided. Anyway, she should lose some weight. You feed her too much.
Rehana!
Here, have one more spoon. You talk to the ladies' club, okay? Shalu, don't let a servant come in between us. You, what do you have?
Treasure, BBG. I have rare treasure. Muslin dupattas, Chinese silk blouses, ready-made. Look.
Oh, this is not bad. Matches my new green sari. How much?
Who cares about how much, BBG?
But will it fit?
Yeah, try it on. Look, I know some tailoring, BBG. I can make alterations on the spot. Do you have a sewing machine? I will make it fit.
Shall I take it home to try? I live next door.
It's yours only, BBG. I'll wait here. Go try.
Come with me, Shalu. Come on, you can give me some advice. Come.
The 2 women exit. Gapru gently shuts the door. Nancy steps out of the kitchen and almost bumps into him.
I was wondering where you were hiding. Sounds like you're in big trouble. Ladies' Club wants to teach you a lesson, huh? Poor Sanskara. Come, sit with me.
I don't want to sit with you.
Okay, keep standing then. You have a big, high nose, don't you? Like the girls from big houses, the ones who go to college.
I almost went to college.
Really?
Yes.
Educated girl.
Yes.
Gapru picks up a book from a shelf, flips through it.
Show me. Read.
I don't need to show you anything.
She takes the book and begins to read nevertheless.
The price their forebears paid, it seems, has not sufficed as ransom for this. Future stillborn, a past in perpetual labour. We, the children of disdain, infidels of earth, when we seek, like they, our turn upon the throne of justice. Poetry. It's poetry.
I didn't study much. Dropped out. But I like it when other people read.
So what did you do after school?
I set up a roadside stall, sold fresh coconut and dates during Ramzan.
It didn't work?
Oh, it did. But I wanted to become something more than a coconut seller. I tried working as a car mechanic at a garage.
But you didn't like getting your hands dirty.
Yes. No, actually, I wanted to travel.
So you got into a train and went far away, as far as the train could take you.
I went east to the Bengal border, the Bhutan, Pakistan border. I met traders.
You bought clothes, you stole them.
In a train, you can always tell who's going to a wedding or somewhere important. Easy to walk off with the suitcase. All suitcases look the same.
For stolen goods, you charge a very high price.
My cousin has a tailoring workshop. I sleep there. I'm good at fitting. Get blouses, trousers, anything. What do you want?
Me?
I can bring you whatever you want. You want trousers or jeans?
I used to wear jeans. Not now.
Why? Wait, I know. These people don't like it. But you still want jeans. Like, I can take measurements, okay? Next time,
I don't have any money.
your masters will pay for it.
No, they will not.
Gapru goes to the shelves and picks off a few books and hides them amongst his bundle.
Yes, they will.
You're not a very good man.
Not such a bad man either. Sanskara, listen, okay? Take what you can take from life. So many things are out of reach for people like us. But whatever is there, take it. Why are you afraid?
Things could be worse. So much was out of reach for me once. They've been good to me. I could have been a worse kind of animal.
Animal? Why'd you say animal? Okay, let me look at you. Yeah, you're a little wild. Yeah, sanskara. Yeah, I think if you were an animal, you would be a panther.
Panther? It is a dark, cruel beast.
It's a small beast. You're not as strong as the tiger or the lion, but it has teeth and claws. You know something? Panther gets scared easily. It hides as much to protect itself as to attack. But it has all the grace of a cat. You know, soft-footed, clean, stretching itself out in the sun. Sanskara, come here.
Nancy steps away from him, but he follows her. Darkness falls on the stage.
The light dims for a moment.
When the lights come back, Nancy and Kapru are sitting on the drawing room. She's wearing a pair of jeans and a blouse.
Not too tight, is it?
A bit here. Nancy is right, I eat too much. How much will this cost?
Oh, don't be silly.
Rajkumar, tell me honestly, do I look stupid in
Don't call me Rajkumar.
Why not? It's your name, isn't it?
That name was a lie. Kapru is the truth. It suits me. I'm used to it.
No, Kapru is not your name. That is the lie. Names should not be lies, Rajkumar. That name is the truth. Your family, their hopes for you. A name is what you were meant to be, not what the world thinks of you.
You're a good girl, Sanskara.
My name is not Sanskara. Rajkumar, do you want to know my name?
Come here, sit close to me.
Kalua. Kalua.
Forget it.
Your family gave you something special. They gave you their dreams. What did I get? Kalua. We were poor, but not so poor that they could not afford to give me a name better than Kalua. Something like Pooja, or even Mawa. When other people's babies are born dark, they get names like Nisha, Madhu, or Krishna. Maybe my father thought, why burden the girl with hope? Let her be free of all hope, all illusion.
It's a name. Okay, so what? You can change it.
No! No, call me Kalua. That is my name. Say it.
Shh, just let it be.
No, say it.
I cannot.
Say it. I'm not Miss India. I can see in the mirror. I'm not blind.
You are very pretty, Sanskara.
Don't call me that. But nobody can love a girl called Kalua, not even my parents. They sent me here. They never took me back. I want to go home. I want a home of my own.
A key turns in the door. Malik enters the stage. He freezes. So do the other two. Act 2.
All sit for a moment.
Scene 1. Rehana and Shalu sitting at the table eat pakoris.
Thank you, Rahana. It's hard to find hard-working girls.
I keep Insia on a tight leash. Been with me 10 years. One little squeak and I pull the leash tighter. That is the only way, Shalu. They are like sand slipping through your fingers. Arre, you think I give the girl any money? I send the money directly to her mother. What does she want it for? Food, clothes, bangles, everything I am giving. Have you heard anything?
No.
I'm sure she is working in some nearby building. I will tell the ladies' club to keep an eye out. We will get some news.
I'm afraid it will be bad news.
These last few months, she has brought nothing but bad news. I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up at your doorstep with a big belly. Then she will say, feed me, +1.
Mr. Malik will never allow it.
Of course he won't. But what is this? A dharmashala? Don't let her set foot in here.
Mr. Malik told her strictly never come back.
Listen, why don't you ask Manali's husband? He might be able to find a good maid. He works in those rural areas, no? I've not even seen his face.
Neither have I.
But when she came here, did she bring him along?
She was here for less than a day. She came when I was out. Only Nancy was at home. I returned from the ladies' club. I could hardly hold her. I just had time to feed her. With my own hands, I fed her. Just wanted to go on looking at her. I didn't have time to ask any questions. Then Mr. Malik came home. Then she was gone.
Heartless, these girls. Is it any way to treat your parents?
Rahana, if you can help.
I will find you a good new maid. But this one time, get someone older. Trust me. A widow with grown-up children. That is best. Not another young female who can't control herself.
कपड़ों के कपड़े, दाखा है मलमल, Chinese silk, कपड़ों के कपड़े.
Shalu runs to the window, opens it, and leans out.
Shalu, what's the matter?
Wait! Listen! Kapru! Watchman, stop him!
Shalu, what are you doing?
You can go if you like. Watchman, stop that man!
Shalu, don't be stupid. She is only a maid. Maids come and go. You cannot go on like this. Your mister will not allow her to return. What is the use?
Shalu keeps looking down out of the window. Rahana stares at her.
Rahana goes back. Mr. Malik steps forward.
Scene 2. Malik and Shalu are sitting on the sofa, side by side. The doorbell rings.
Amajit Deu.
Is it Bachua?
Saad,
After all these years. Come in, sit.
many years, Saab. 15, 14? I don't even remember. You must know.
How are things in the village? You just came suddenly?
Saab, I thought it is time. I have responsibilities. I have to pay my debts.
Debts? What debts?
To you and to my daughter. I have come to take her.
There are no debts, Batwa. Nancy served us. We did what we could for her. All debts have been cancelled out.
Manji, you are good people. But it is time to settle her. In the village, her sisters already have children. Where is she?
She is not here.
Has she gone to the bazaar?
She does not live here, Bachua. She does not work here now.
Not here? Since when? Where did she go?
Well, she turned out to be a fast little thing, your daughter. Didn't she, Mrs. Malik? I cannot even bring myself to take her name. We don't take her name in this house. Still, you have a right to know. She ruined everything, ruined her life.
What has she done?
Bachua, I would say, forget that you had a daughter. We are also trying to forget.
How can I forget, Saab? You tell me, Maji, has something happened? She wrote a letter at the address of the Sarpanch. She said, come and take me home. I should have known something bad was happening. What have you done to her?
Bachua!
Mr. Malik, tell him I am going inside.
Shalu steps back.
Where is she?
Did she not tell you? Did she not write it in the letter?
She sent the letter a month ago. She said she is not happy. What happened to her?
A lot happened. First, she got married, against my advice, ran away in the middle of the night without telling us.
Married?
To the sweeper, the boy who came to take the garbage. She left this house saying she does not want to sweep floors for the rest of her life. But after a few days, she came back. We took her in. But then, I found her with a man.
Who?
Not her husband, some other man. She allowed him to enter this house and... How do I say this? I saw with my own eyes.
Then, Saab?
Then I asked her to leave. That very minute.
But where could she go?
And how do I know? How could I let her stay in this house? Allow her to go on like a... Bachua, this is my house, not a brothel. If she was my daughter, I would have strangled her with my own hands. The reason I did not lay a hand on her was because she was not my own.
Where is she?
I don't know. Maybe with that man.
His name? Address?
I don't know.
You sent her off with some man you do not even know?
I would have buried her in the garden downstairs or thrown her back on that garbage dump where she belongs. The way she took advantage of our affection...
If she was your daughter, would you send her away with some stranger? no matter what she did?
My own daughter did not get away with it. She left the house without my permission. When she came back, I didn't give in. No. She begged me to forgive her. Here in this room, she went down on her knees and said, "Daddy, put your hand on my head and give me your blessing." But I did not touch her. Not even when she went to the window. Not even when she got up on that windowsill. She was crying, saying, "Let me come back into your life." Everyone has to pay for their mistakes. Anyway, death, life, nothing is in our hands. You think I am a harsh man? Yes, I am a man of principles. There is something called character, Batua, values. I gave her my own values. And what should a father do when his child turns out to be a liar, a weak thing, morally weak? And then she tried to blackmail me into accepting her, getting up there on that windowsill crying, saying, "I will die, Daddy, I will die." But I didn't give in, Batua. I stood by my values. Forget it. Forget her.
Who? Manali or Nancy?
In this house, we do not take those names. Your daughter doesn't live here, doesn't work here. You should go.
Saab, it's a big city. Where should I go?
Don't even try. I mean, I shudder to think what she might be doing.
Whatever she does, she doesn't stop being my daughter.
Good, then do what you like, Batua. If you want money, I can give you some. Mrs. Malik has put aside something for her. Her savings, you can take it.
In her letter, she wrote, she had to walk a long way. She carried your garbage. She didn't even know whose garbage it was. She sent the letter, Kalua. Why?
She kept changing names, stupid
No.
girl.
You changed her name, huh? Pooja. She didn't like it. Why did you give her a new name, Saab? She did not mind being Kalua, not until you decided it was a bad name. Why did you make her feel bad? She was a happy child when I sent her to
This is no time to disturb respectable people, Batua. Have you looked at the time?
She was so dark. Dark as night. You know, she was born this small. So dark, I called her Kalua. And then she laughed for the first time. So I kept calling her Kalua. And I gave her to you.
Sold her for 50 rupees?
No! No, not for 50 rupees. Maji came to the village and she said she will take care of her. She said my Kalwa would have a better life, better food, clothes, school, etc. But I will take her back.
Batua, have you no shame?
Children run away all the time, huh? But she came back to your house. She served you night and day.
That girl is out of control. She is... I do not want to talk about her.
I will not leave this city without her. If something has happened to her, I will go to the police.
The police? Oh, will you go to the police? There are certain things missing from this house, Batua. So far, I have not said anything. But maybe I should call the police.
Batua exits. Malik sits down on the sofa. After a moment, Shalu joins him.
Was it necessary?
I took care of it. If Batua has some sense, he will go home quietly.
I wasn't talking about Batua, I was talking about her.
What about her?
We could have handled it differently. If only you had...
That little bitch would have been having her litter here next if I had not put a stop to her stunts.
I was talking about Monali, our daughter.
Mrs. Malik, I have said many times, I have told you.
Many times. Many times. But I just don't get it. You see, I am thick-headed. I don't understand. How I beat her. She thought I was a bear, a mama bear, but she didn't hate me, not me.
Mrs. Malik, stop.
Mrs. Malik! Now you don't want to take my name. Have I also offended you? Maybe I should change my name too. I can call myself something else. Balu. Balu instead of Shalu. Is that what you want?
What is wrong with you? I am surrounded by mad women.
The doorbell rings again.
What time is it?
I don't know.
I am not opening the door. If I lose my temper, these people, no matter how much you try, they just end up showing their class. That man is looking for his slut of a daughter like he has lost a diamond or something. Are you opening that door? Okay, you open the door, but you don't entertain him. You tell him to get lost.
Charlou opens the door. Kunal stands there.
You?
I take your garbage, Auntie. Don't you know me?
I know you. What are you doing here at this time?
Garbage is garbage at any time. It will not turn into gold by morning.
Kunal has stepped into the room.
How is she?
Charlou passes Kunal.
How can you just walk in?
I take garbage from this house every day for 6 years, except when I was on strike.
Oh, it's you.
I have a name. Kunal. She slept in this room, didn't she?
Step back. Back, I said.
Charlou has returned with a black plastic bag.
Here.
It's a big room. 2 of us could have easily fitted here.
Get out. I am warning you.
She warned me too. When you get angry, you are like a demon. She said you would bash my head in.
Kunal, you should go.
I only came here to take the garbage. You know something? I told her to ask you if you would let us stay at night. We had a chance. There was something sweet between us, but she could not sleep without a roof, without walls. I said we can sleep here. She said impossible.
It is impossible. How could you even dream of it?
How does anyone start to dream? Where is she? I used to see her at the municipal dump every morning. I just stood there, looked at her. It was strange, like our love story was just starting. I want to talk to her.
She doesn't live here any longer.
Ran away. I thought she would. She kept saying she couldn't bear to live here.
She said that?
I think she married me only because she wanted to leave. She thought she could sleep on the footpath if only she could leave. A man who can watch his daughter kill herself and his heart does not melt. What can one expect? She said after Monadi died, she felt like she could not breathe in this house. Yes, I am going. Don't bash my head in, Uncle. I just want to tell her that I don't mind if her name is Nancy or anything else. Tell her that, Auntie.
Get out! Out!
You're saying you want her back?
Charlou!
Tell her I don't care what anyone says. I don't want to know anything. Tell her I have a plastic roof now.
Get out! Shut the door, Mrs. Malik.
Tell her!
Malik slams the door shut.
Nothing. You understand? I don't want to see her face. And you do not go talking to this. Mrs. Malik, I am talking to you. Where are you going? Am I a madman that I am standing here shouting?
Then don't shout!
Malik drags out a bundle of bedclothes and sheets from a closet and throws it out of the window.
What are you doing?
Throwing all her things out.
What, but those are our things!
I don't want them. Nothing that she used. Okay? Nothing of her should remain in this house.
She fed you for years. Both of us. She's inside us, Mr. Malik. Like children and parents remain inside each other.
She was an ungrateful bitch, a slut. I don't want any sign of her.
I don't want Nancy to disappear.
Don't take her name.
Do you never think of Monali? She is around me all the time. I feel her. And Nancy...
Shut up!
Nancy talked to her all night. She refused to let our child die.
You are hysterical.
I am ashamed.
Behind, Manali listens.
I could not gather the courage to stop her.
Mr. Malik goes. Manali steps forward, looking at Charlou, who looks up and over in her direction.
I did not know it mattered so much. Well, now, I talked to you, only inside my head. I didn't dare to speak loudly. He's hard, Mona, he's hard. You looked beaten down last time I saw you. Marriage was not the answer, was it?
Mrs. Malik!
I saw how you looked. Right into the eyes. You never did that before. But that day, for the first time and the last time, you kept looking at his face like you were a baby again. And he never really looked at you. He acted like you weren't there. And I couldn't do anything for my baby that I wanted to. I told Nancy. Now she's also...
Mrs. Malik! I said stop it! Charlou!
What do we bring girls up for? Is it just so that they can go off with some man? To bring you up with such love and then let you run wild? Who knows? I must have made some mistake. But why didn't you think of me? What have I done?
Last time I am telling you. Enough! Don't make me go too far.
Manali steps back. Mr. Malik sits.
Shalu gets up, takes a step this way, that way, not knowing what to do with herself. Finally, she reaches some kind of decision and goes inside. There are sounds of vessels clanking, water running, doors opening and shutting. After a brief silence, Shalu returns to the room with a plate of rice topped with dal. She sits at the table and begins to eat it.
Mr. Malik comes forward and stares at her.
What are you doing?
Eating.
It is 3 o'clock at night.
I cannot sleep properly without eating rice.
You know what the doctor said, no rice in the evenings. At your age, you should not be eating rice at all. You don't listen to me. If something goes wrong, I will have to take care of you.
Shalu does not stop eating.
Leave it, Mrs. Malik.
I like rice.
Mrs. Malik.
I will not stop.
Malik steps forward and knocks the plate from her lap. The food lies upturned on the floor. Malik goes back inside.
He sits.
Scene 3.
Daylight.
Shalu sits in exactly the same spot as if she has not moved, although the room is clean. The light is bright outside.
Kapru ke kapre!
Shalu leans out of the window and gestures.
Watchman! Stop him! Send him up here. Yes, come up, come up. No, it's okay. Come on.
She
Come
waits. The bell rings. She runs to open the door.
Kaptu approaches Shalu.
BBG, I was just... Would you like to see something, BBG?
Where is she?
BBG?
The girl you were with, Nancy.
BBG, I've never met any girl called Nancy.
Don't lie. In front of me, right here, Nancy gave you water and tea and matti. She was thrown out all because of you. Where is she now?
I don't know, BBG.
You don't know.
BBG, she was with me for just one night. Your husband came, he threw her out. Me also. I took her along with me to the tailor shop where I sleep at night. After that, she went her way, I went my way.
But I have to find her.
Why, BBG? Is something missing from the house?
You don't understand. Things are a mess. Maybe she can tell me how to make things right. Because it's too late. I stood frozen. Mr. Malik was standing there where you are, and Mona was up there on the windowsill.
BBG, I'll come back another time.
No, you can't go. Don't you understand? She thinks she has nowhere to go. You must tell me how to find her.
She's not my wife, BBG. How can I tell? Okay, we were just...
You were just using her. What shall I say to her father? Do you have no heart? You saw what happened and you left her? You asked her to leave, didn't you?
She grabs him by the shirt and starts shaking him.
BBG, let me go, please.
You came back here, selling your damn clothes, and she must be wandering somewhere all alone and you don't know anything? Where are you going? You wait.
How dare you? You dare to step into my house again?
Saab, it was BBG. Okay, I'm a poor man. BBG, let me go.
No. I have to talk to you.
I don't know anything, BBG. Leave me.
Bastard! I wanted to get my hands on you, but you ran off. Let me show you.
It wasn't my fault. She threw herself at me, Saab. I swear. BBG, I didn't...
Kapru dodges Malik's blows.
I will teach you a lesson.
Kapru is running about the room, dodging, trying to escape both the Maliks.
Everyone is asking. Batua is asking. You have to tell me. What shall I do?
Why would I lie, BBG? I swear, I didn't even know her real name.
I will show you. You will forget your own name.
He manages to catch hold of Kapru and starts beating him. Kapru wiggles free and runs to the door.
Come back here, you dog! You slimy insect filth! I will teach you to come here in my house, in front of me! Come back here!
He runs out after Kapru. Shalu sinks onto the floor and stays that way. The light changes, grows darker.
Where is my kurta pajama? Mrs. Malik, my kurta pajama!
Shalu doesn't move. Sounds of cupboards being opened and slammed shut. The stage grows a little darker.
Mona, what is the right thing to do? I can go out and look myself, but then the house, it's become very difficult. I'm getting old. If you were here...
Shut up. Enough.
It is your fault! Your fault! My baby, you look like a trapped mouse. He drove you away. I'm sorry. My baby, my only baby, I am sorry, Mona. Mona.
Shut up!
I will not shut up. I will say it. Mona, Nancy, Kalua. I will take her name and you can't stop me.
Malik comes thundering into the living room. He picks up a heavy metal ornament lying around and advances.
Oh, yes. Hit me. That should change everything.
She skips out of range each time he comes to.
I will not tolerate it. This is my house.
I will find Nancy and bring her back and her husband, and they will both come here.
You take her name one more time.
Whose name do you want in this house? Mrs. Malik? Mrs. Malik? And you're only in love with yourself, your own name. Never loved anyone else.
You have gone mad. Mad!
I don't like
This is my house, do you hear? If you want to live here...
Oh, no. This house is in my name. I almost forgot. If you don't like my daughter's name being taken, you close your ears or you get out.
I will bash your head in.
Bash it in! You aren't satisfied after killing my baby? Kill me also. Kill me.
I didn't kill her. I have values, Mrs. Malik. I stood by my values.
Begged you. You are cruel. You are cruel. You killed my baby.
Malik advances. His foot gets caught in the clothes on the floor. He trips, falls, grows still. Shalu goes to sit on the sofa. She stares at him. The doorbell rings. Shalu does not answer. The doorbell rings persistently. She is shaken out of her trance and opens the door. Nancy slips inside. She takes in the scene quietly.
Should I call someone?
Nancy goes to Malik's side, touches his wrist, his neck.
You should call an ambulance.
Nancy dials a number on the landline phone and hands the receiver to Shalu.
I should call an ambulance. Hello? Yes? I think something has happened. I don't know. I am at home.
Nancy takes the receiver from her.
Hello? Yes, 456 Gangotri. Urgent, please. Please, 10 minutes? Okay, yes.
Nancy hangs up. She disappears inside. When she returns, she is carrying a wet towel. She puts it on Malik's head.
I came to ask if I can stay one night, just one night. I need to sleep. I just need one corner. And my father will come, and then I will go away. Auntie, you can call me anything. Nancy, Pooja, Kalwa, anything. Auntie, don't throw me out tonight, please. I know you're angry, but just beat me if you like.
I don't want to beat you.
I didn't live with Kapru. I didn't want him, but he said he would give me jeans. I just wanted new jeans, and I had no one to talk to. I had nobody, nothing, and for some time it felt like he was there for me.
I tried to look for you. I asked Kapru. Do you remember when you first came here, you used to call me Mummy? Mona called me Mummy, so you also wanted to call me Mummy. You used to make us so jealous. Nancy?
Yes?
Batua said you wrote. Do you really want to go back? Can you live in the village?
I don't know. I can find work. I will go to another part of the city so you don't have to see my face. Someone will let me live with them.
Someone else's house? And if you marry again, you'll be able to find a man with his own house? Do you think you could live with Kunal if he had 4 walls and a roof?
Auntie, I will not cause any trouble. I just need to...
Shh. Kunal came. He said to tell you he has a roof now. You don't have to go to him if you don't like him. Mr. Malik. But don't worry, I will manage. Maybe you can study. I saved some money for your wedding.
Mine?
Yes. For Mona and for you too.
You wanted me to get married? Who would do all the housework if I left?
Somebody. Children grow up and leave, don't they? I was prepared for you to get married, but I was so dependent on you, I didn't see. I didn't want to see what dreams you had. Nancy, you didn't come back here to try and follow Mona, did you? Promise me you will never do what she did. You promise me.
An ambulance siren is heard.
I want to do something for Mona. Her Parsi. We will put up a photo of her here on the wall. You'll help me?
Yes.
We'll do it tomorrow. When he's not there, that is best. And when Mr. Malik is in the hospital, we could go out to eat ice cream. In the middle of the night. We could go, no?
The doorbell rings. Nancy opens the door. Men in white lab coats hurry in, put Malik out on a stretcher, and hurry out. Shalu hesitates, then follows them. She pauses at the door.
Nancy, set the bedroom. He must have put all the clothes out of the cupboard. I have not cooked anything, and you know where everything is.
Yes, Auntie.
Oh, he threw your mattress and bed sheets away. Take something else. You know where things are. I will call you from the hospital. You sleep now. Sleep.
Shalu exits. Nancy looks about the room. She sits on the floor. She stands up and sits on the sofa. A moment later, she lies down on the sofa with a cushion under her head. The lights dim.
Nancy sits on the floor next to Manali and rests her head against her as the lights fade to darkness. The lights brighten and the cast take a bow. The image fades. Thank you for watching. Name, Place, Animal, Thing by Annie Zaidi, directed by Atri Banerjee. Kapdu, Azan Ahmad. Insia, Anuska Chakravarti. Batua, Amajit Dayu. Mrs. Rizvi or Rohana, Ambreen Razia. Nancy, Saroja-Lily Ratnavel. Mr. Malik, Zubin Vala. Kunal, Rajavan Vasan. Mrs. Malik or Shalu, Nina Wadia. Direction Atri Banerjee. Written by Annie Zaidi. Composer and musician Aaron Ghosh. Lighting designer Fraser Craig. Casting by Nadine Rennie. Recorded and edited by Robin Fisher. Production manager Daniel Palmer. Stage manager Heather Cryan. Chief technician Jason Westcombe. Lighting technician Robin Fisher. Theatre technician Fraser Craig. Production sound engineer Michael Woods. Sound number 2 Dylan de Butelier. Stage crew Jamie Platt. Sound operator Paolo Frecero. Logos for Almeida Theatre, Arts Council England and principal sponsor Aspen.